Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tutorials of Tone. My name is Alex. Thank you so much for watching this video. What you heard in the intro is the topic for today. Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by Big and Rich. I deviate a little bit from the initial tones, which was an AC30. I go to my tried and true Mesa Boogie to give it that modern rock feel. And in clubs and different theater dates where I've been playing this, it seems to go over well. We'll talk about the options and what little tips and tricks you can utilize to dialing in this tone. First up, we have our input block. The threshold of our gate is at negative 47.5 dB, though everything else is at stock settings. That's where I like things for my Morse Music Man guitars, where I'm primarily playing songs like this. I'm using the bridge humbucker throughout the entire tune. First in our chain, we have our wah block. This is the Petrucci Wah. I only use this on the lead scene, but I really dig the sound of it, especially since I'm using a JP2 C+. Sounds like this. So again, the JP Wah has 240 Hz for the min, 1500 Hz for the max. Very low on our settings. With a massive EQ hump. Really push those mids, push the front of the amp, and push it with 3 dB. Next up in the chain is the EVH Phase 90. Why would I have that in a country rock song? Well, some bands really like to lean into the rock side, have a big hit and melismatic, crazy shredding moment at the end of the tune. Who's a better shredder than Eddie Van Halen, right? So having this dialed in case you need to get your ed on. I've even had one band ask for the back half of Eruption. So you can hit that last chord. With a really long delay on there. Super fun. So back to our usable tones from the record. I have defaulted to using all Mesa Boogie stuff for this. So this is not what was used on the record, which was an AC30. I feel that this really encapsulates the 21st century thing and the rock band sort of leanings that all of the country or rock bands I've played with have decided to embrace. So for that clean banjo-esque tone, we're using a Mesa Boogie pre-clean. Entirely neutral settings, but the cut and the bright switch are engaged. 70 Hz low cut on that. As usual, we're running into 4x12 Mesa Boogie cabs with an SM7 as the bulk of our tone and a 121 rolled off 9 dB. 40 Hz low cut, 8500 Hz high cut. Great default for live incorporation. Running that into a medium plate reverb in parallel. Stock settings on everything. The level is at negative 17.5 dB. Now going to our main crunch tone, instead of the Vox AC30 thing that this was originally recorded on, I have used my Metallica-esque tones and gone with Mesa Boogie 2 C++. Very heavy. Input boost, which is just a neutral boost at 12 dB. Got 100 Hz low cut, 8500 high cut. Really helps this crush in the front end of the tune. Nice rock and roll. I do have a multi-band compressor set entirely flat, just to help dial back those lows when you're chugging. As you can see, those mid and low meters are getting attenuated quite a bit. For the verses, I am rolling back my volume now. And then full throttle for all of the choruses. For our solo tones, we are using a JP2 C+ on the red channel. I am using the 2021-2022 lead scene still for this one. It's really nice. It works if it ain't broke, you know? I'm using a mono BBD delay for this one. 8th note delay. We've got that at -10 dB as we're at an 8th note. And Bucket Brigade. It really kind of rounds off the edges. You can have that hotter in the mix. For both of my lead scenes, I have my standard lead boosting technique employed, which is a 3 dB boost. That does it for this preset. There's really only 3 sounds. We have our clean for the banjo thing, our crunch, and our solo tone, and then a couple variations with wah or the phaser. If you see fit, get out there and rock this big and rich tune. Silly. Make sure everybody's headbanging at the end of it, as they should. If you enjoyed this video, there are plenty of other videos throughout the channel that you can watch. Fractal 101, tutorials of tone, gear reviews, playthroughs, etc. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.